Hey everybody, I am here today to do my video blog posting, I guess. It's kind of an addition to my blog that I do. It's basically a review of Ropesmart's The Switch. And you can see it back here. I am going to roll around the corner so you can see what this thing travels like when you're pulling it on a four-wheeler. So hold tight. Hopefully that gave you an idea. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off my four-wheeler here. It's kind of windy here today in South Dakota and it's super hot. But I just wanted to do this review really quick with you guys and kind of show you why I am head over heels in love with the Switch. So I'm just gonna turn this around and kind of tell you basically what I love about this rope and dummy. I have tried a lot of different rope and dummies since I was a kid, and I've always had some issues, not so much with technique. Position is number one. That's a hard thing to do when you're a heeler, is always getting around that corner and getting into position so that you're not crossfiring and your horse isn't on the wrong side of the steer and things like that. So I'm really loving this dummy because it pulls really well behind the four-wheeler. The Switch is really how it emulates the steer turning the corner. So you're not going to really shortcut your way in there. You really have to work to get around that corner, which really is the same thing in real life. And that is one of the reasons I love this dummy. The other reason, and one of my biggest issues, is dallying. For those of you who don't know me, I'm going to tell you just a little bit quick before I turn this around. I had somebody a while ago say something about if you've won something, then you could have an opinion. And I kind of laughed about that, number one. But the truth is, I have won some things in my lifetime. I'm a three-time high school state champion. I actually won the goat tying, breakaway roping, and pole bending. So that was a huge honor. It was many years ago, 1990-91. So I am 44 years old, just turned, had a great birthday. I enjoy women's ranch rodeo and regular ranch rodeo. That is really what we're into now. I have never been what you want to call a bona fide team roper, mostly because I never team roped much. In high school, I am a left-handed heeler. I also breakaway rope left-handed. I can head right-handed. I head left-handed. The cool thing about ranch rodeo is that you don't have to do things so perfectly, I guess, is really what I want to say. In team roping, you're going to get out of that box as fast as you can. You're going to get in position. You're going to head that steer. You're going to turn left. That heeler wants to be right there. Get it under there. Get 2 feet. Dally tight. You know, that's what team roping is. I love the sport. I think it's awesome, and there's nothing I appreciate more than watching amazing team roping going on. My favorite is the NFR, of course. And of course, I have my favorites that I like to follow. Love women ropers too. Larry D. Guy. I mean, there's a whole list of people. Jimmy Joe Montera. Lots of people that I really look up to and admire for that. So for us personally, though, living here in South Dakota and actually being working cattle ranchers, ranch rodeo is really what I love. It's just something I fell in love with. I joined the Women's Ranch Rodeo Association 4 or 5 years ago. I can't even remember. Fell so in love with it that I wanted to bring it to this area of the country because we really didn't have anything like this here. So I put on 2 women's ranch rodeos in Crawford, Nebraska, 2013 and 14, I believe it was. Then I skipped 2 years, and then we just put on a 2-day women's ranch rodeo and an open ranch rodeo in Chadron, Nebraska. All sanctioned rodeos. I believe highly in that. I think it's a great sport because it really, perpetuates ranching and what we do on a daily basis. So that is my thing that I'm very passionate about. Finding a roping dummy that was really going to help me with my dallying was big. And I kind of sidestepped that. My dallying is not where I want it to be. And that is because even though I started roping when I was about 12, left-handed breakaway roper, my dad didn't really push the issue with me, but he was huge about practicing. And he said, you need to rope that dummy at least 100 times every night. And I would moan and groan as any teenager or young kid would. But I see kids roping now at toddler stage, and I think it's awesome. Our son is 8 years old, and he's absolutely loving all the dummies that we have gotten from Ropesmart. And so I think if any way you can get your kids roping at an early age, make it fun, get them away from all these electronic devices. Even out here on the ranch, we deal with that. So I think it's really important. Technique is a huge deal. You know, this dummy, you can go slow or you can go fast. I actually like the fact that the legs don't move back and forth, meaning a timing issue. I'm not so worried about that. There might be team ropers out there that are really concerned about that, but in all honesty, to me, it's more important about position and then being able to dally. And you can really lock it off on this dummy. And I mean, when we're pulling it on the four-wheeler here, we're really paying attention because you can like get whiplash if someone really dallies hard. So I just think it's awesome. So that is a little bit about me. Also, my team, we were the 2015 year-end champions for the Women's Ranch Rodeo Association. So it's never really stopped there. I love competing. I think it's awesome when we can do things that we really enjoy. Also loving horses and being able to, you know, get together with fellow cowgirls and cowboys. It's awesome. So that's just a little bit about me, you guys. And yes, we are 5th generation cattle ranchers. So money doesn't always grow on trees, as we all know. And if you can find a dummy system that really works for you, and it offers all sorts of opportunity, meaning you can do heading on it, you can do heeling, you can switch it up. I think that's really, really awesome. And I think it's important too, to be able to stretch that dollar a little bit further. One of the things I will say about Ropesmart as a company, and they are not paying me to say any of this stuff, I will just let you guys know that I'm doing this on my own. It's a lot of what I do with my reviews. I love to do reviews on product. I don't get paid. Maybe I'll get a cap out of the deal, or maybe a rope bag, as in this, you know, case, because we are giving away a rope bag and a matching cap like this. But, you know, I'm not getting a free dummy system. We ordered this. We saved our pennies and we invested in this because that is how we look at it. It is an investment for our future. We use it. Our son's going to have many years of using it. And I really think that this was a wise investment. So, and I don't do these videos a lot, so I'm not a professional. So sometimes I skip ahead and I miss words and who knows what. But all right, on to my review and showing you guys. And I can't see because my glasses are all messed up here. Oh my goodness. See, I'm totally an amateur here. I can't get it figured out how to turn it around. Well, okay. I guess we're just going to do this so I can point at it. But seriously, you guys, this dummy is amazing. You can read my full blog, my blog review, where I'm really talking about the points of it. What do I love? I love how simple this thing is to hook up. You back up to it. You can move it around. It's not so heavy that you can't drag it forward. Love that. The pin goes in. I love the shock wave that's on this. It keeps from hitting so hard. So if you're pulling this on a four-wheeler like we do, sometimes with our horses too, of course, but the four-wheeler is what we've been using, it doesn't pull you so hard. The other thing that I love is the head tilts. So, and the horns move up. So you can, I can't do it with one hand, you guys, sorry. It tilts. So you can, you know, emulate a steer that tips his head to the left or the right. That's handy. I do love the fact that you can dally, you know, head and dally, and then your rope will just pop right off. That's pretty cool. Also, there's these nifty arrows, you know, that kind of, they're a training situation where you can look at these arrows and really train yourself on where that rope placement should be. The thing about the legs is, no, they do not move so much back and forth. Like you'll see some dummies where if it moves, it's on a belt system. So they will kick, you know, forward like this. This does not do that. However, you can watch these legs swing, and that's the switch. When you go around the corner, I'm just going to say it the way it is. The ass end of the steer kind of switches out. Well, that's what happens here, is that these switch out. So when you're behind it roping and it goes to turn left, see how it does that? It switches out. So it's really accurate as to what it's like to actually follow a live steer. Granted, you guys, we have steers. We rope live steers too, but I just really like this dummy. I like how sturdy it is. One thing about the Ropesmart company, like I was saying, is their shipping was amazingly fast. I got this thing, I think, within 5 days. And if I can get anything in 5 days out here in South Dakota, I think it's a pretty awesome thing. So I love the durability. I love that it's really teaching you to get into position, that you can use technique, you can dally, and you can really lock it off, like I said earlier, to get, you know, your fingers are not going to, if you how do I say this? I have practiced dallying on a tire swing. I've practiced dallying with my husband walking away with the rope, all of those things. And it never has really prepared me in like the week and a half really that I have solidly been roping this dummy. It's been a really busy summer. I haven't had a chance to put this thing to the test like I had hoped early on, but I have been dedicating time to doing it now, and I am absolutely loving this dummy. Not to say that other dummies aren't up to snuff. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying personally is I love it. It's really hitting in on what I wanted to work on, and I really believe that our son is really going to get a lot of use out of it too, because as a kid, position is very important, technique is important, and dallying is important. Whether you're heading or heeling when you're young learning how to rope, it's important to keep those fingers out of the way and understand, you know, that placement. So I hope that makes sense, you guys. I am really loving this dummy. It's my favorite, really. And if I were you, I would definitely check out the Ropesmart products. Very high quality. I love how fast it gets to you, like I said, and the people there have been really, really amazing to work with too. Just a lot of fun, you know, communicating with them, and then obviously doing a review of their products, because they didn't know me from Adam and they welcomed it with open arms. So with that, thank you guys for watching. I apologize for my technical difficulties. Lord only knows what happened, but anyway. Okay, watch for my review coming out. It's going to come out Sunday morning early. That's the last day to get entered to win that rope bag and cap, so make sure that you do, and make sure to check out these products. You'll be glad you did. All right, take care, guys. Bye.